What's up, everybody? It's Winnie here, and you guys are watching the #1 construction channel in the world. If you want to be part of the early gang, make sure that you're smashing that subscribe and like button. Now, let's get into the video. The tile we're installing is this 8x48 wood plank tile. To me, this is one of my favorite pieces of tile to install. It just looks like real hardwood. The trowel that we're going to be using is a 1/2 inch by 1/2 inch trowel. It gives you really nice coverage, and it doesn't take up too much thinset like a 3/4 inch piece of trowel would use. When you are troweling this out, it's very important that you're troweling out this way, not the long way. So then when you're troweling out this way, you go to collapse your ridges, the air only has to escape 8 inches. But technically, if you think about it, it's halfway, so it's 4 inches for it to escape. So what we're going to do is add a little bit of thinset. Make sure that the thinset, especially if you're doing your floor, it's nice and workable, because that, you know, in order for the air to escape, it does sometimes need to like force its way through the thinset itself. All right, so we're here. Let's trowel this out. It's important to key in your surface first. Keying in basically is, back buttering your surface before you trowel it out. Essentially, this way it really does stick to whatever material you have under there. When I'm troweling this out, I'm going to keep my trowel on an angle, because then it will force the thinset out to the one side and will keep the other side nice and clean. It's very important, any type of tile that you're installing, especially tile like this, that you are back buttering. And all it is back buttering is you clean, basically it's like having two pieces of toast. One piece of toast has jelly, the other one doesn't. You put them together, that jelly doesn't transfer over to the other piece of toast as easy. But if you back butter, basically, do this to the other side, you put them together, it sticks much harder, right? Try it at home. Go to your kitchen, try it out. So that's exactly what we're doing here. This is literally the most important step this is more important to me than even directional troweling. This will give you a really good stick. I guess how you say it, I don't know. All right, so now we're gonna push this right over the top here. You see these ridges, right? Like right here. So what I'm going to do to collapse it is you put a little pressure down. So if, ideally you'd be right over the top of this. You put a little pressure down. You're going to go to the left side 1 inch and to the right side 1 inch. Right there, and that should give you that coverage that you want. See, so I'll push this down right here. I'm gonna go like that, and we have that coverage that we want. So now, let me collect the thinset, and then I'll show you. And on the floor, we're shooting for over 90% on any tile that we're installing. I want to make sure that we have 90% coverage on the back. All right, let's check the coverage and see how we did. And again, we're shooting for that high, we're shooting for 90% coverage. So let's get this under here. Pry this up nice and easy. This is 100% coverage. Literally, there is every spot right here is basically how it pulled off. The way that you check for coverage and you see that it was not 100% coverage is that you would see those grout lines, not grout lines, your trowel lines. This right here is 100% coverage tile. You could literally drop a bowling ball on this thing and it would not crack or transfer that thing through. Honestly, it probably would. Don't do that. But this is as best as it gets, because basically now there's 100% transfer between this tile through the thinset to your surface and then down into the house, whatever.